Hope you enjoy everyone. Thanks for watching. This is Saul, and I gave it my latest review on Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blood Orphan in Season 2, Episode 9, Vider, They're Arising. Alright, now this episode was definitely very unique. It didn't have a lot of fighting, but it had some fighting, overall. Alright, and we get started. It opens up with Harsh taking Mangazuki to the farm, overall. Well, when she's lady. And there on the farm, you get to see a tombstone. It looks like it's not really a tombstone, more of a memorial stone, where you get to see a whole bunch of graves engraved on it, and the symbol and Tekkadan symbol on it. I think that's the name of all the people, that probably died in the line of duty, where they sacrificed so far. And this is just coming off the heels of what happened with the ABU and Storos, because Tekkadan was dragged into war, or that it was not their fault. They were forced to abandon Earth. They no longer have any main military force on Earth right now. So they have to abandon everything. All their main forces have to come back to Mars, which is a big deal. They were basically pushed into a corner, and it was not their fault. That's something I think you have to understand. And the only person who's still remaining on Earth from Tekkadan is Takagi, and he chose to quit because he wanted to protect his little sister. And after losing Aston, and it's a big deal, It hurt him pretty hard, and he took care of that traitor. That's something that is a very, very big deal. Anyway, things for them are not going to be even more hectic. Like for example, because of McGillis's offer power to Tekkadan has them being the sovereignty of Mars, it's going to lead them to direct conflict with the Teiwaz group and people. And it's obvious there's not going to be a lot of people who are jumping ship to this idea. One guy in Teiwaz, he wore this like yellow fur coat, I think. He did. They're saying that these kids have had too much, of influence, saying that they had too much power. And it was, it was Naze who was basically in charge of the kids, but they did what they had to do. I mean, given the circumstances, if they do this, they'll have enough power to probably take on anyone in a way, including Gjallerhorn, and especially the people in Gjallerhorn who are fighting against them, still working for their downfall. But if they don't, they won't be the military group that people expect them to be. And it wasn't their fault. It was McGillis who offered them. And there are still people who still like Julieta, Aku, and that masked man and Marshall, that the guy who's in charge of Gjallerhorn, one of the 7 stars. It's definitely very, very hard for them. However, Naze said this. Yes. It's like he's still willing to support them, but he's not going to turn traitor to the old man. He's going to forgive. Forgive them this time, but it won't be with a smile. They definitely got a lot of problems. That means that they got to take what they're doing a lot more seriously, which means that right now, they're right now in a very big. This is a big move for everyone. We also get to see that Kutelia, she's still trying to do her best to fight for independence from Mars. However, what happened with the Dork colony and Harleys and other areas across space are also demanding their independence. So she talked to that guy who represents the India group, who's best friends with the leader of the Turbans, who's Naze's father. They both competing against each other, that big old man. I don't know his name directly, I forgot. Now it's going to be very problematic, because if more people fight for independence, there's going to be more fighting. They are sure they may win their freedom, but what will be the cost? A lot of lives. And so many people have died so far because of misunderstandings, power, and greed, And this is the same thing. A lot is going to be handled on the line. We have to get to see some humor and stuff. Like, for example, Miss Chad freaked out to Yuki Nojo, the mechanic, the old man, that he doesn't smell as bad because apparently he's dating Miss Margaret. I didn't know they were a couple. That was a surprise out of left field. I'm not gonna laugh. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not. they had to judge, shippings or because Gundams always had a complicated history when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to feelings and their pilots. But these are two people who are not pilots. They support the team, They directly do. Chad freaking out. Akihiro saying, "Why should we tell you?" I mean, he was on Earth, so he didn't know. You know. We also get to see that the people in Gjallerhorn, they're testing out a new Gundam frame, like for the Gundam frame Vider right now. And this Vider is so strong and fast. It's very agile and defeated, and it looks like it's strong enough, to defeat a whole bunch of mobile suits at once. I can't wait to see how the Maskman and Vider fell up against Mikazuki and Barbatos. So there's gonna be seeing these two clash is one thing I look. And one more thing, we also get to learn that in the mine on Mars, they found another Gundam frame that's hidden on the Earth. Gundam Furos. I don't know where Furos is exactly, but it may be the companion to Barbatos. Like we've seen other Gundam frames in other series. Like for example, there where multiple Gundams were built at once. Remember, during the Calamity War, there apparently were dozens of Gundams. We know that there's more than one Gundam in this series. Some left over from Calamity War like Barbatos, some artificial Gundams that were made by the Turbine Group. But we know this, like, there are other Gundams still left over from the Calamity War 300 years ago. They're still, functional. It probably tune out. They'll be ready for combat. And there's also a chance these Gundam frame may have minds of their own, especially when you see the connection between Mikazuki and Barbatos using the Elena Vignana direct nano connection. That's something you have to consider. I really enjoyed this episode so much. I can't wait to see how they modified Furios to use in battle. Remember, there have been other series when they made where Gundam frames do fight each other, but there was one time where Gundam frame was actually stolen, and used against them. Like for example, the best way to describe it would be Mobile Suit Gundam Zeta, which is the sequel series. He's to the original Gundam from the 1970s, 1979, and also there's Mobile Suit Gundam 83. That was a good series. I really enjoying watching that as a kid, and that brings back a lot of memories. And not to mention Gundam. Mobile Fighter G Gundam, that was one of my favorites. Good, you see Gundam action all the time. One Gundam representing other countries. Anyway, that's enough about my nostalgic. That's all I gotta say. Hope you enjoyed watching. This episode was definitely very good. I wish there was, because this was about character development, not more like action. I can't wait to see how well we'll see them next time. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. I'm out. Peace. This is my latest review of Mobile Suit Gundam Iron on the Orphans, Season 2, Episode 8, Vider Rising. Bye.